There we go. Hello, Raiders. Welcome, Misha. Hello, Mech Knight 565 and Misha. How was Hollow Knight? Hope you had fun. Okay, before we get started right away, let me get my other images here. Gotta delete all the old ones. I will put Soot up here. I like to have the most recent animation. Fuck. There we go. Pretty good. I'm pretty knowledgeable about the game, so I was just rushing all over. I need to finish. I played a lot of Hollow Knight, but I never beat the game. I got to the B dungeon and beat the boss there, and then I just kind of like put the game down and didn't boot it up again. That was long before I got into streaming, though. Hadabos Geo. What? Dubious? You speaking in tongues, Buster? Papanada. Oh, I see. You're making quotes to Hollow Knight. Doma Doma. I don't remember all the lines. I just remember Papanada. Okay. Spring! What's wrong? Okay, we needed to do one more run of this place. How's Tyranitar? He's getting closer. Yeah, we're working on towards 100%ing this game, which means we need to beat this Colosseum, which is just 4 matches, to get our last TM, and then we need to just purify our Shadow Pokemon by fighting the Mount Battle over and over. Through like basically just farming the first 10 floors because they're like super low level, and I don't think the amount of XP gained from battle actually impacts purification. It's the act of battling itself. So like every time you enter a battle with a Shadow Pokemon, they get purified a little bit. You fell asleep before back stream last night, so we gotta catch up. You better. Hello, Mobile Suit. Welcome in. Greg, what are you doing? Get up in your chair. Get up in your chair. Good boy. He's rolling around on his back in his chair. How far are you, by the way, Dubious? You just got to the lab? Hell yeah. Back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Oh yeah, another an interesting thought I had because I was talking about doing a cake baking stream on the weekend of my birthday. Would anyone have any interest if I were to start doing cooking streams on like Sundays, for example? Should I bother? Because like I was thinking of posting recipes of what I plan on cooking and like what's required earlier in the week, so that if people wanted to, they could join along or try making their own. I don't know if anyone would like if I should bother with that, though, like if that would have any impact at all, or if anyone would be interested. You're allowed to have thoughts? Neat. Huh? What? Blizzard? Holy fuck. Me personally, I wouldn't join in. Yeah. It's like I don't know that many people who are into cooking, let alone spending like a lot of money on recipes, you know? Because a lot of this stuff I don't even have like the tools for. Like I'm gonna have to order some stuff before I make this cake. Your cooking stream was funny. You talking about the one before I had a tripod where the phone just kept like kept being placed directly like downward towards something on the table and people just couldn't see anything? Or the one where it's just like over a boiling pot? Yeah. That was last year's birthday stream. Yeah, that was fun. I just need to make sure I have enough space to work with everything, because I'm going to need a lot to make this cake. Alright. Gonna pull out the mixer. If anything, maybe like after the stream's done, like whenever I take photos of the food, maybe I could like post the recipe along with it. Like, you know, here's what I made. If you want to make one yourself, here you go. Can't believe it's been almost a year since Nano got eaten by a giant Gyaru woman. Yep. Yep. I don't know if I'll do VR again for this birthday stream. Maybe. I haven't been on VR in a while. Like a couple months, maybe more. I got my brother's old VR set like last November and never set it up. You should set it up. Freak, what you want? He's doing that thing again where he rubs his face against me. What? This is the final Colosseum battle that we need to do. Ardeen. But that's so cool. Man, I can't wait to start working on isometric D&D maps. That's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be important practice because I have a few things I want to do that involve isometric drawing. Primarily, I think it'd be a lot of fun to try and do big, like, community art projects where I draw like a huge environment, like a town or something, and have a lot of different friends and like content creators and whatnot scattered throughout it. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It would take a while though, and D&D maps would be a great way to just get myself into that groove, you know. Also need to start working on Christmas cards soon. Probably after my birthday in September. Because when I waited until October to start drawing them, I did not have enough time. I was like rushing myself towards the end. Okay, it should be the last one. What did we get? 23? Iron Tail. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Go back in. Let's go check our daycare first. Okay, so Milk Tank's still got a while. Yeah, sure, let's keep it in there. Alright. I forget, can you leave from back here or no? No. Okay. Alright. How bad can this be? Yeah, these are all like level 16 to 20 Pokemon. 15 to 20, holy fuck. So I shouldn't have to worry about getting too much XP on any of these Shadow Pokemon. Also, all the Pokemon in Mount Battle have 0 IVs. That's crazy. So it's literally designed to be grinded. can't wait to get to Fire Red. Gen 3 is probably my most played generation of Pokemon. Mostly because Gen 3 has, like, the most games in it, I think. Which I didn't have Colosseum or XD at the time. But, like, you had Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Is Fire Red or XD next? Fire Red. Because Bag is going in order of release date. And XD... I'm pretty sure XD came out after Emerald? I think? So I'm pretty sure it's Fire Red and then Emerald and XD, or Fire Red, XD, and then Emerald. One of the two. Might actually stream Leaf Green because I never have before. That would be pretty poggers. Man, remember the little wireless adapter you had to fucking hook up your GBA? I thought that was so cool as a kid. I was like, what do you mean I can fucking play wirelessly? What? You're silly. Last time I played Fire Red, I did a mono poison run. Hell yeah. You never had any of the peripherals? I didn't even have the later versions with backlights? Damn, dude. The Game Boy Advance SP was awesome. I loved that thing. Played the shit out of it. I don't know what happened to my original one, though. It used to have Pokemon stickers on it. I think it just got lost to time. I don't know. Someone probably stole it, or it got tossed out, or burned. I don't know. Hard to say. I wonder, should I be... Wait a minute. I think I'm doing this wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dubious, but should I be switching all my Shadow Pokemon in so that they all get a bit of, like, battle XP? I feel like I should be. Let's try it. I think switching in once with every shadow is the way? Okay. Good thing we realized this early on. Unique animation for the move Charm, by the way. That's the only time Togepi does that little spin in, like, Stadium 2. Pushing them in again in the same battle looks like it does nothing. Well, yeah, I mean, switching them back in shouldn't do anything. But yeah, no, see? We just saw Togetic's XP bar go down, like their darkness meter. So it definitely does work. That being said, it looks like Skarmory is gonna take fucking forever. Skarmory is the same meter as the legendaries. Oh, goody. Yeah, although this looks like it'll take longer, it should actually be faster doing the switch method. Especially against these low-level trainers. You know what? Fuck it. I'm using Stantler as my sleeper. Crazy pick. Whoops. This is the only time I'll ever be using this dud. But think about it, Dubious. If you make Stantler your Ribbon Master, you could evolve it into Weirdeer later. You just gotta keep it at level 99 forever. Dude, sorry, that was rude. I mean, it's a Stantler. It's understandable. Awful joke. There we go. Ow! Why am I, like, leaning? Fuck. Gotta fix this again. There we go. Hyper mode. I want to get back into playing Cobblemon too. so much to do. Nice, nice. Getting extra hyper modes is always good in expediting this journey. Is this the Togetic that gets Tri-Attack? I hope so. Oh my god. We're getting back-to-back hyper modes. I feel like the chance of going into hyper mode decreases the lower your shadow meter is. Because I can't remember the last time Tyranitar has gone into hyper mode. I believe that's true. I mean, it would make sense, you know. They're becoming less evil. But yeah, we'll take full advantage of this. I keep thinking the sandstorm's gonna end, but then I'm like, oh yeah. Early weather effects were permanent until another weather move was used. Or, well, yeah, I think that's the only way to stop it. Yeah, they were permanent until, like, what, Gen 5? Gen 6? Oh, hell yeah. Generally decreases with less meter. Okay. And, of course, the nature is affected, I see. They did a lot of stuff with natures, huh? In Gen 3. Gen 5 was the Weather Wars. I do remember that. Yeah. Like Politoed. And Ninetales. Ninetales was OU for one gen. You're fighting Researcher Lethko. More like Researcher Let's Go. To the polls. Then Mega Charizard Y took its place, yeah. Gotta love Charizard and Mewtwo having 2 Megas. Man, that's another reason why I want to get back into Cobblemon is because Cobblemon actually lets you do triple battles with Pokemon that have never been able to, like, experience a triple battle. Like, Stone Journer. More nacho cheese than it would normally experience in a lifetime. Cypher Peon Cole, yeah. I made that same joke whenever I whenever I encountered him. Like, it's me! I'm in the video game. Mom, Dad, look. Yeah, was it Bag who said that Trapinch should have, like, a split evolution from Flygon that is more Antlion themed? I wholeheartedly agree with that. I thought Bag said gay sex. I mean, he always says that, though. Or something variation. Man, it's like there's a lot of Pokemon I want to use because they're cool, but I've been trying to use Pokemon that I don't normally play through games with. Like, Magneton in Gen 3 is supposedly really strong, but I used Magneton in Gen 5. So I don't know, I might use one in Emerald, but probably not. Gust. That's a weird move to give Trapinch. No Hello, Egos. So true. Now, Valve is shaking him, on the other hand. Don't do that, please. How you doing, E-Ghost? E-Ghost, coast to coast. Don't do that, he had a big one, Pukalo. I finished off that farmer's breakfast that I made this morning. Well, sorry, that sentence was structured wrong. The farmer's breakfast that I had made was finished off this morning. Very filling. I need to remember to get red onions next time, though, if they're out of shallots again. A+. Thank you. A-. Well, damn. Something I need to do tonight that I'll probably do after stream is, I need to set up the D&D Discord so that everyone can work on their characters. Because I want to let everybody disclose and work on their characters as a team. That way we're not, like, in a situation where it's like everybody takes rogue. Hey, Martin, see me for class. Bro, we need to decide on a time still, right? Yeah. No, listen. There's no rush, because I still have to fucking make the thing. Once I have it made, then we'll decide on a time. Because if I decide the time first, before the one-shot's even prepared, then that's going to lead to me needing to get stuff done before a deadline. So yeah. F++ here for 6 weeks. Yeah. But no, I want to basically make a group chat so that we can establish the rules that I'll be using, and I'll disclose the setting, and then let you all build around it. I think that'd be a good way to go about it. My only predictions is that Gene is probably going to pick a human male fighter, or at least a fighter of some sort. And that Bag is going to pick a wizard of some sort. I zoned out. Are you running a one-shot? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you were here when I discussed it a while back. I'm doing a D&D one shot with Bag, E-Ghost, Gene, and Nova, but there's not a set time for it yet because I need to make the damn thing first. But yeah. Was that what the piracy was for? Yes. Because I needed to, like, I can get access through, like, I can read the PHB on my own. I just didn't have the DMG or the monster manual, and I needed to be able to provide the PHB for everyone else. Thank you again, Diabetic, for helping me get those. Smile. Smile. Stealing from wizards is good, actually. Oh, like a rogue, stealing the wizard's arcane focus so they can't cast spells. So true, Sprig. I'll master your manual, but yeah, it's gonna be fun because you got the most up-to-date stuff. Yeah. I peeked at it and it looked correct. All the other like sources I can easily find because I have most of the old books, and the only new ones are the 2024 4 books that I care about. But yeah, I want to draw my own isometric maps for everything, and once the one shot does happen, I want to try animating the session as it happened. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Odlo, that's an S tier name. Yeah. Great. The only things I can think of to disclose of what the one-shot's gonna be like, it's gonna be a dungeon crawl. And it is definitely gonna be more combat and game mechanics focused than roleplay. Because I don't think anyone really cares that much about roleplay. Like, if people want to be funny and, you know, say some one-liners and stuff, that's fine. I just think for a stream setting, and for it being a one-shot, roleplay doesn't need to be super important. You can just say, like, oh, you know, my character does this. And it's like, okay, cool. I want to make sure to not be the first to get into character. I don't want to die of cringe. Yeah, I imagine a lot of it's just going to be like, okay, like, so-and-so goes up here and does this. Like, it's gonna be a lot of, like, third-person explanations, essentially. Because I think that'll be a lot better, because if I want it to evolve into its own sort of campaign through a series of one-shots, and I want to allow people to swap in and out as they please, I want to make it as easy to get into as possible, and I think mitigating any need for roleplay would make it way easier for people to, like, not feel too out of their comfort zone, you know? Thank you for letting me know, because I hate that sometimes serious, not serious, middle ground, bullcrap. Just pick a tone. Yeah, no, it's definitely not going to be serious. It's just going to be for fun. Like, think of it like a KDM campaign. That's the best way to describe it. It's going to play a lot like KDM, where it's just like, you know, it's gritty realism. There's a very high likelihood that your character will just get fucking killed. It's a one-shot, so you don't have to feel too attached to your character. And if you do end up dying, I'll let you control one of the monsters, you know? That way you're not just stuck sitting there doing nothing. Especially if it's going to be a live stream, you know? I'll be like, here's the monster stat block, have fun. We had a death in Pathfinder on Sunday. How did that go? They're both hyper. I'll stat your block. Come here. Yeah, if you guys want to know what the general idea behind the one shot is, basically, party of mercenaries is like starting up a guild and is recruited by local miner who unearthed some sort of like dungeon or ruin and needs you all to clear it out. That way they can resume mining. There you go. Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon's cute. Looks like toothpaste. Can you say that? Well, I'm afraid my 40k RPG group, now they executed a chambermaid for being afraid to die for the Emperor. That's scary. We were fighting an undead that was basically 100 warrior bodies fused into one rolling wave of swords and bodies. That sounds awesome. The only girl in the group did it too. Women are scary. One player went down to dying, and the thing literally absorbed their body into itself. Scary. Badass, though. Lore accurate. This guy's got a lot of Pokemon. You think he's some kind of, like, final boss or something. Togetic, get it together. You got 1 HP, you're dead. Grimer, you get it together. Yeah, sure. The Tech Priest is a silly little looks off on his own. I see. Having party members that refuse to stick together is the worst. The sniper rifle he literally can't miss because he's min-maxed? Oh no. My thoughts when it comes to min-maxed party members, I think that's fine as long as it's communicated properly, but I don't know, it does suck to try to build around. My only experience with a min-maxer was somebody playing a warlock multi-classed into like paladin and sorcerer, I think. It might have just been sorcerer, but you know, the classic Sorlock min-max thing where they just Eldritch Blast, twin spell, deal 600 damage in one turn. that kind of build. Never fun. Because it forces you to balance the encounter around that player, which then makes them essentially it essentially makes the encounter very, very lethal to all the players who are not min-maxed. So yeah. Okay. I banned the Sore Lockett shit at my table. Yeah. I'll probably do the same. That's another thing I like about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. The most optimal way to play is working together, and it's difficult to make a character that's significantly weaker. How's everyone looking? Okay. If I go back... Also, fighter is fun. What if your heart fell into darkness, Colchis? It already is. What do you mean? I could not get any more evil. I don't know, I'd probably, like, try to hollow out the earth and cause cities to collapse. Oh yeah, Mystical, I wanted to give some feedback on your new line of emotes. They're all very good. This is probably just a colorblind thing, but I, for the life of me, cannot tell that your robot emote is blushing at all. It looks like it is just staring. It's definitely just a colorblind problem, but I just wanted to relay that to you. Yeah, like, I cannot tell. If I... Let me see if I zoom in on it. Yeah, no, I cannot see the blush marks at all. Like maybe barely. Funny. It is funny. Alright, new challenge. Do it again. Imagine Sora turning evil and killing Riku. Yeah, basically. I would just start pickaxing people for their minerals and their bones. In 5e, we had a bard that always stood super far back and min-maxed while playing super safe. Then, when a rogue enemy assassinated this character because he was so isolated, he felt targeted by the DM. It's funny you mentioned that. Because the player I was talking about, who had a min-maxed Sore Lockett or whatever the fuck, you know, Sorcerer, Warlock, Paladin combo, he also got assassinated because I had talked with him. Because, like, the moment I realized his character was too fucking busted was when I had this very cool Frost Giant Lich who had, like, 2 heads, he had a shitload of health. When the one character was able to bring him down to 1 HP in, like, the first turn, I was like, okay, we have to have a talk. And we discussed that, you know, the character was very strong. He definitely built it for the intention of it being, like, broken. And we're like, let's make you a new character. And it's not like I just, like, had somebody show up and kill him. His character had a lot of enemies because he was evil. Exhibit A, he cast Circle of Death on an entire city. So, assassins from that city were contracted to kill him. And they did so because he got back to the party's, like, home base before the rest of the party did. So he was killed. His character got to live on as an avatar for this, like, goddess of pain that he worshipped. So he's just, like, existing in, like, basically existing in his own personal heaven, like his own afterlife. just like chilling and watching the party's adventures while he's, not allowed to be alive. uh, so yeah, I get that. Paladin in 2nd edition about the smite damage is about punishing enemies inflicting allies. I see. You get special reactions that trigger when an enemy damages an ally. Don't let back see that robot. Did they deserve it? The people in the city? Not really. Like, I mean, they didn't really do anything wrong. Some of them probably deserved it, but I don't know. The dude just wiped out. The thing that led to him wiping out an entire like portion of a city was he put out a ransom where he said, I want this much money or I'm going to kill a bunch of people. And the guards were like, the fuck you ain't. They managed to locate him, they arrested him, and then he got out of jail, and then he did it. Something like that. It's been a long time, so I don't remember the exact sequence of events. But yeah. I played D&D like 3 times. I had a halfling bard with no combat skills. That's awesome. I was picking only situational shit. I was completely useless in combat. My ass was speaking with plants. That sounds badass. I love characters that are just built to be fun. Like just around what you want them to do, even if it's unoptimal. I have a character in a current D&D campaign that I'm playing in. He has negative modifiers in everything except for Constitution and Charisma. It's a Final Fantasy 14 theme, so I know, Final Fantasy, slop, all that jazz. But he's basically a spellcaster who uses Charisma. And most of his spells revolve around talking to animals and commanding animals. He's a blue mage, so he's all about learning spells from nature and, monsters and whatnot. And he has a very, vast respect for life. In nearly every encounter we get into where the DM's, setting it up like, oh, the succubus and this incubus crash into your ship and they might be hostile, you don't know. Instead of, jumping in to attack them, my guy's just like, hey, what's going on? Are you guys okay? You, crash into our ship. And then they start speaking in a language I don't understand, and I'm just like, hold on a moment. I cast comprehend languages on myself, and I'm like, okay, can you repeat that? And we just, talk with them. It's like, oh, they're just lost. They're just hungry. They're not here to cause any trouble. It's a lot of fun. Our first major task in this campaign was to find proof of a gigantic reptilian-like toad creature that's been spotted on these on this floating island where they shouldn't exist. And we found it, and the DM definitely expected us to just kill it and bring back a piece of it as proof. I was just like, I want to cast animal friendship or whatever, or command beast, or something like that, something that charms beasts. And it failed. It saved, so it was charmed by me, and I brought the whole fucking thing back with us, and it now lives a peaceful life on a farm being researched by a local Blue Mages Guild. So it's really fun, just building a character. Keep in mind, by the way, my character does excel in combat, just not in a way you would expect. He has some funny blue mage abilities that allow him to jump 60 feet just whenever. So a lot of the combat is him just jumping around and casting a couple cantrips over and over. So he's always out of reach, but I'm also the tankiest party member because all of our party members are mages, which is really funny. So I'm the de facto leader of our party, who's very charismatic, very aloof, and wants to resolve things peacefully, but if he needs to, he will fuck you up with powerful wind spells. That's awesome. Hello, Sun. Welcome in. I would be using thieves' tools. Would I be using thieves' tools to disarm dungeon traps? Absolutely. In fact, I would argue that the Dungeon Delver feat would be one of the recommended ones for this one shot. If you needed recommendations. Of course, you can build your character however you want, but you are going to be spending 99% of your time in a dungeon. I'm gonna make you play as a ratling in 40k, Cole, and you'll be a silly little guy and way over your silly little head. That's just me IRL, though. What's that supposed to mean? Wait, what is that emote? Doomed? I don't know, that's foreboding. Oh wait, cancel. There we go. One of the campaigns I ran took place in a place called the Mana Waste, where magic sometimes got fucky and weird. On one mission, the party had to ride an airship to remote locations in the waste, and during one mana storm, it started raining snakes. So they had to fight all the snakes that landed on their ship. That's awful. That would be scary. Dude, speaking of snakes, you reminded me of a very unfortunate but funny visual thing that happened. So I like to run gritty realism campaigns. I think it's a lot of fun. It puts a spin on what normal D&D combat is like. And I had one that had gritty realism and lingering injuries. And for those who don't know, gritty realism basically makes it so that whenever you rest to heal injuries, long rests take a week of basically no combat. You can do light activities, you can go shopping, crafting, whatever you want to do, but you're tending to your wounds. Short rests take like 8 hours. You're basically resting for the night. And to heal injuries, you need to expend uses of a healer's kit whenever you rest. There's also lingering injuries, which means if you get crit, or if your health drops to 0 and you're knocked unconscious, you roll on a lingering injuries table, which can be anything from a minor scar that does nothing to your character other than make them look cool, to having your arm chopped off. And we had this one party member, because we had this like dungeon that they were traversing through. It was a bad campaign because I was experimenting with randomly generated dungeons using the DM's guide toolkit, and I made a labyrinth that was way too big. That's all I'll say about that. But one of the party members was a spellcaster, and they ended up finding like a flying broom, which was cool. But throughout the dungeon, they ended up like losing an arm and a leg, and they were basically just riding the broom, and the rest of the party was like out in a hallway, and they were like I was like, oh, you find this room that has this like statue in it, and they're like, oh, that's cool, I'm gonna float in here and check it out. And they're floating in there on their magic broom. The rest of the party does not follow the caster inside the room. As soon as they step inside there, a trap triggers, sealing them in the room and causing snakes to fall out of the ceiling. Instead of floating up out of the snake's reach, they kind of just let their character get slowly bitten and poisoned by snakes. It was very gruesome. But, yeah, I don't know, I wanted to share that for some reason. In the final fight on the airship, they fought a manticore chimera. That's cool. While it was raining grapefruits, that's silly. I'm the little shrimp in this situation. Welcome home, Peanut. It reminds me that the party member that got cursed on... Like, it reminds me that a party member put on a cursed gauntlet and turned their hand into a wrecking ball? That's badass. Good for punching, but can't hold anything. You don't need to hold anything. You got a fucking wrecking ball for a hand. They had to get it cut off and get a prosthetic. I wouldn't have got it cut off. I would have kept it. Our last 5e GM, the famous Kami from Bagchat lore, straight up told us if we all took brooms of flying, he'd TPK us because he wanted us to have to deal with random encounters. Just fucking make random encounters that involve flying on a broomstick. How? What the hell? You know what you do? You take instead of being like, no, you know, I want random encounters that happen on the road. It's like, no, if you all are flying, here's a random encounter where you get fucking swarmed by hawks. Harpies attack you. You encounter an airship. You know, there's all sorts of shit you could do. It just sounds like your DM didn't know how to make random encounters. He thought all random encounters were like Skyrim, where you have like the same 4 guards traveling with a prisoner. Hawk swarm. This is a setting where you could buy magic items. I mean, here's the thing. If the DM, you know what your DM should have done? Instead of being like, if you all get this item, I'm gonna TPK. You know what they should have done? They should have either A, told you that there was only one magic broom in stock, or B, not have magic brooms as a fucking option to buy in the first place. He's the one making the shop. Why is he providing unlimited magic brooms? I don't get it. Oh my god. Makes me mad. One of the few times I rolled on a random encounter table, I rolled the lowest our enemy on the list and rolled... Oh wait. I rolled the lowest CR enemy on the list and rolled the fewest numbers of them. Dude. I think the most dangerous random encounter I ever rolled... Well, okay, I got 3 stories involving random encounters. The first one is the most lethal one. The party was very early in their levels. I think they were like level 2 whenever this happened. They were walking up to a bandit camp that they had raided previously. They had in their possession one of the bandit members as a hostage. They were trying to get clues as to where the bandit captain had fled with the rest of his crew. They only sent 2 party members up this mountain. The rest of the party stayed back at the village they were at. The 2 party members escorting this one bandit prisoner, basically, rolled an encounter with like 6 or 7 bloodhawks. And the bloodhawks turned out to be a lot more deadly than anticipated. They eviscerated the hostage. The bandit guy was dead. And one of the party members was incapacitated by the time they managed to kill them. Which, I don't think they even killed him. I think they fled. It was scary. What else? The second encounter. This was a fun one. I basically had an encounter where if you rolled it, it was called like meteor, or like comet or meteor encounter. And basically what it did was, much like Breath of the Wild, where you'd see some, like any video game that has like a chance for like a little meteor shower to happen, like something crashes down. The party would see something crash down from the sky and impact in a direction with like a random amount of miles between them and the object. If they managed to track it down properly using survival skills, they would find a crater containing a piece of an artifact. The artifact in question were pieces of a set of custom armor. I was experimenting with making homebrew artifacts using the toolkits in the DMG. And it was basically a set of meteorite gear that did different things. Like, I think the only piece they found in the campaign I ran was a meteorite gauntlet, which had some perks to it. It I think it mitigated fire damage and had like charges you could expend to cast a much weaker version of Meteor Swarm, where it just does like a couple d6 of like bludgeoning and fire damage in a radius. That was pretty cool. But now the other random encounter story I have that was a lot of fun. It led it led to a whole like mini adventure. There's a random encounter that the DM's guide, at least the old one, provides. That's like, I think the way it's described is the party stumbles upon a portal to another plane of existence, and I always enjoy messing with other planes of existence in campaigns. The one in question they found was a door, because what I would do is if they rolled that encounter, I would then roll on a table to determine what, plane of existence it goes to. And it's like, oh, they found a door that goes to the ethereal plane, which is where spirits reside, basically. Cool thing about the ethereal plane, they have these ethereal storms that happen, like these tornadoes, basically, that if you get sucked into one, you roll on a table for what happens, and one of the things that can happen is you get transported to the astral sea. Guess what happened? If you guessed they got transported to the astral sea after fucking around in the ethereal plane, you'd be correct. So they went into a portal to another plane and then went into essentially another portal into another plane. That was fun. The party nearly got wiped out by Githyanki while they were there. But yeah. Let me catch up with chat now that I've gone through my spiel. Let's see. I literally said, guys, the last group of horses in his... Wait. Guys, the last group of horses in his game committed suicide by cliff. Let's tie a wagon to the broomstick and pull the cart. Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be a fun way to do it. So the level 4 party found a level 1 robot spider and adopted it. That's awesome. My group tries to befriend every goblinoid creature. Can't help it when the DM does a really good goblin voice. That is good. In the short-lived Starfinder game I ran, the engineer player took 2 goblins found in their ship when it was derelict and named them Duncan and Donut. That's awesome. They worshipped the ship reactor. He converted them to his religion. He got so mad when I brought that up. Huh. That's basically what my blue mage character's been doing. Like anytime I see any like thing that's hostile, unless it's an undead, because like if it's undead that just straight up start attacking us, then I'll like kill them if they can't be reasoned with. But everything else, I've just been convincing to, like, I've just been like talking our differences out with. There's a whole ship of, like, an airship of bandits that attacked us in our convoy that we were escorting. And I told them to, drop their weapons and we could resolve this peacefully. They still attacked us. I engaged in combat with them, but I made sure not to kill any of them. And once they got incapacitated, we basically healed them and tied them up. And I was like, look, you guys are trying to steal from us. Clearly, there's a reason you're trying to steal things. We have a guild. We can get you actual jobs where your skills can be put to better use and you don't have to live such a dangerous life, because the next crew you try to steal from might not be so forgiving. And they're like, yeah, sure. So we recruited bandits into our guild. It's awesome. I love it. I love making new stories. Dunkachina. My first PF Pathfinder 2 character I made for a one-shot was a goblin named Joblin. Tommy got mad not the engine character. He's chill and cool. Okay. He wielded a pickaxe which does insane crit damage. Hell yeah. Hello, Suryu. We're talking about D&D because I have to farm these first 10 battles over and over to get all my shadow Pokemon purified. It's a 1d6 weapon, but on a crit it becomes 1d12 and does extra d12. That's crazy. It reminds me of a so I keep structuring my sentences improperly. That reminds me of a D&D one-shot I played in where it was a PvP tournament. Quick disclaimer, PvP is not advised for every group. You have to have players who are okay with having their character fail. Sportsmanship is very crucial. I would say sportsmanship is probably very crucial in D&D in general. But, because I've had some bad encounters with people who did not like their character not winning. But anyway, it was all monks. We were all different subclasses of monks, which was fun. And the one I picked was Kensei Monk, which is all based around weapons instead of their bare fists. And I had a really fun build where she was a half-orc who used a hatchet. She basically used to be a lumberjack from like an orc tribe. But she had some kind of like axe. And the way I built her with her feats and everything, she was built around critting. So if she would like essentially stunning strike you, and if you were stunned, she would try to crit you. And if she crit you, she had like savage attack, brutal critical, all sorts of stuff that just made her deal a shitload of damage if she got a single crit on you. It was crazy. Oh, crit you! Look at Soot go. I'm glad you like it. Animation is fun. I want to be able to make cool animated fight scenes using OCs of mine and other people. Crits your... He has his manic moments where he wants to GM some kind of RPG. Currently, it's a pretty boring superhero system called Masks. And I'm estimating by winter time he'll be depressed again and on hiatus in the campaign. I refuse to stop GMing anything. The only campaigns I put on hiatus, like, I've DM'd for over 6 years, and the longest running campaign I had was about 5 to 6 of those years. But I've only put things on hiatus whenever players weren't enjoying it anymore. Like if I wasn't able to provide a satisfactory experience due to, you know, being too busy or not knowing what direction to take the story in, then I'll be like, you know, let's put this on ice. If I decide to come back to it, I will. Stuff like that, you know. But other than that, I've had several one-shots, and I think I enjoy the one-shot build a bit more, especially because, you know, life can get busy and it can be hard to consistently schedule things with a large group of people. So with the D&D one-shot that I want to do with folks on stream, I want to structure it so that it can be a continuous story, where it's just it basically be a campaign that is made up of a series of one-shots. so that if, things happen and I don't feel like continuing it, or, people aren't available, or life gets busy, whatever, I don't have to worry about it being stuck in, purgatory, basically. I think that's a very good way to go about it. This has happened with like 3 different campaigns between 2020 and now. When did I start DMing? I want to say it was like back in 2017? 16? It was a while. I could probably find out if I went on Roll20 and looked at like my earliest campaign stuff. I have months of 40k material. I'm not stopping because he wants to... Wait. I'm not stopping because he wants to do fucking 5e again. You don't know where a story will go, you'll strike them with an Ice Age. Well, it's more like I'll take a moment to figure out what I want to do with it, because a lot of the times, especially in like more of an open campaign, you're kind of dependent on what actions your party takes, and if they end up going down a route you didn't expect, you have to then come up with, things to put down that path. I've never played a dungeon nor a dragon. Cole's been at it since 2006. No. Well, dubious if this first one-shot goes successfully and it's something that I want to keep doing afterwards. If people end up, wanting to sit out or swap out of the next one, you're more than welcome. Anyone's welcome to. Like, I want this to be something that can allow people to experience it for the first time, as well as give experienced players a fun time as well, It's on your head! Yeah, this is definitely going to take both sessions, if not more. Although Togetic's almost done, so that's good. But no, like, 'cause my very first campaign I had that ran for like over 5 years, that one basically ended while it was like, while all the players were well into level 20 for a while. Like, they were fighting like Eldritch level entities. But that campaign ended up going, like, I concluded it without the campaign actually finishing, mostly just due to a bit of a falling out with some of the players. Interests just, diverged, and I was like, well, here, I want to give, like, I don't think I can go back to this campaign now. I want to give a conclusion to let you know how things would have ended and how they would have gone. That way you're not left wondering. So I did that. I summarized how the campaign was meant to end for all the players. After that, the the campaign that I mentioned earlier that had like a labyrinth in it that was way too big, that one I kind of put on hiatus, just because a couple of the players had uh, lost interest in it and left. Um, it took place in the same world as another campaign where I just ended up having like too many players because friends wanted to invite more friends to it, and I was like too much of a yes man at the time. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. I was like, I'm gonna have to come back to this later, and I have not come back to it since. But I still might. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hard to go back to. Oh my god, the hyper modes. Granted, a lot of those campaigns didn't really have, like, they had an ending in sight, but they were really built to be something that could run as long as I felt like, you know? I usually write my campaigns with a potential ending, but never, like, a clear path to it. Big Nose got you there. Shame if somebody picked up. Poor Togetic. Many have tried, none have survived. Yeah, and keep in mind, like, a lot of these campaigns, the main thing I struggled with, looking back on it and reflecting, is mostly just note-taking. Like, making sure I have everything tracked in a feasible, easy to go back and reference way. So that's definitely something I want to make sure I have properly structured for this one shot. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better with note-taking in general. Alright, Togetic's good. Okay. We no longer have to swap to Togetic. Peanut, no! Hi. Shuckle's halfway done too. Maybe this won't take as long as I think. Yeah, it would be fun to eventually get like a nice cast of characters. Like, through players interested in D&D as the years go on. Especially if I get, like, more proficient at everything. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no. We'll keep Fortress in. His attack animation is so cool. Hyper mode. Double hyper mode. Hyper mode again. You'll love to see it. Yeah, because eventually I could get to a point where, like, if I get to the point where I'm cranking up the difficulty with these one-shots, say, for example, a party does not succeed at whatever their task is. If we have enough, like, characters or something, it could always be a thing where, like, they decide to give up on it and retreat with their lives or whatever. I could then be like, okay, well, you know, now the next party can attempt the same thing, but, you know, depending on how the dungeon is, the party that, you know, the monsters that live in the dungeon or whatever will fortify their defenses. I think that'd be a fun bit. It's like, okay, they know that their presence is known, and they know what to look out for. I don't know, it's fun to brainstorm these things. Also have an idea for making like tough enemy encounters more engaging. And what I mean by that is, like, if there's like a boss encounter, quote unquote, instead of just having it be you know, like you walk up and just keep attacking and the monster just keeps attacking and it's just, you know, the same thing back and forth. I've been watching a lot of videos and what's the word? Basically a lot of resources that discuss giving more mechanics to a boss encounter to make it more engaging, and essentially what that devolves to is giving stuff kind of pseudo MMO mechanics, where it's like there'll be a tell that the monster is about to do something, and it'll give the party one turn to properly prepare and react to it before its next turn. I think that'd be fun. It would allow players to interact in different ways and properly strategize as a team. Yeah, let's call start. Yeah, but Brava's gonna take a while.
Yo, I'm fighting Rim Lazar.
Hell yeah. Beast. I might even have like streams where I let chat like help design an artifact or a monster. I think that'd be fun. I don't know, like I've been using Skitty's death animation is crazy. It is. A lot of the animations in this are insane. But no, like I've been using VTubing as a way to get me back into things that I used to be passionate about. Like playing games, getting into art, animation, stuff like that. D&D is one of those things that I just like used to be super passionate about, but kind of like dwindled over the years. So it'd be fun to try to like do more things inspired by it. Ignimbrite. Type of volcanic rock consisting of hardened tuff. Ignimbrites form from deposits of pyroclastic flows, which are hot suspension of particles and gases flowing rapidly from a volcano, driven by it being denser than the surrounding atmosphere. Rock ball, go! Are we having the the alternating hyper mode? That's something I still need to do, is shorten the rock descriptions, or at least make some of them better than they currently are. triple them? No. I don't want paragraphs of text. Like, a paragraph like that's fine. There's just some of them that are, like, way too... What's the word? Way too out of the scope. To the point that it's not interesting to read. I don't know. I suppose I shouldn't worry too much, because if they're not interesting, just don't do the command. Cabrón. That was Bernardic force brains with magnesium. Yes, like, see, like stuff like that, where it's in parentheses. I should remove that. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. The more hyper modes we get, the faster this will be. Astronaut. What a violent reaction to having some sand in your eyes. And that's another reason why it's nice to do these first 10 floors over and over. Or first 10 battles, I guess, is because it allows me to just keep taking advantage of hyper mode without worrying about having my Pokemon KO'd. Think hedgehogs rip out their eye if they get something in it? That's awful. I hate that. Terrible, just terrible. It's cool that they kept the whole Abra teleporting you thing from Gen 2. Yeah, sure. Give me Quilava. Oh wait, let me save my progress first. And I'll use the restroom real quick. We'll go on a brief BRB. Hello, I am back. Oh my. But yeah, some things I want to do once we get the web hosting up and running for the mining gotcha. I want to add images, like PNGs, for the different minerals that I'll draw myself. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It would get me my drawing reps in for learning how to draw rocks and stuff. What else? I want there to, well, in addition to allowing people to pull up their lists of things that they've mined up, I want to have like an option to show a leaderboard as to like who's got the who's first off got the most rocks collected, as well as the most of the rock catalog filled out. Colosseum. Can we fight with our rocks? No. I was thinking it would be fun to eventually let you, like, use rocks that you've acquired to make your own ore bunny, but I don't know. That's like a way down the road pipe dream. I choose you, Nimbrite. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you got some Paldium. Nice. Hello. Hi. I'm sure I can cave a skull in with this. Probably. Why are my chatters so violent? Scary. Noodle. It'll be nice when Tyranitar's done because we won't have to worry about the sandstorm anymore. Do you guys like Pokemon? uh, Meh. I don't like the new Mega so far. Me either. Like, Dragonite's okay. I wish the size of its head wings went more into its back wings, if that makes sense. And I hate Mega Victory Bell with every fiber of my being. I'm like rocking back in my chair. What do you think of the battle music in this game? Very good. I like all the songs except for the one that's like missing part of it, you know? The one for like the one that they use in the Colosseums for like the final fight, where it's just like foreboding or like menacing music. It's just like bwarm, 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 bwarm. It's just like very, I don't know. I don't like it. There's some funny art of Mega Victory Bell, but not enough to make me like it. Double hyperbole. I think the music can get old, especially the normal trainer theme. Yeah, I mean, if it gets too boring or too samey, I can always change it up. In fact, I might do that now. Show me... Actually, what if I just start playing this? How would I get this to work, though? Let's see, if I were to try this. If I turn this all the way down. Okay, that does work. And then I go here. There we go. I just gotta make sure I don't play any copyrighted music. But this is video game music, so it should be fine. Oh. If not, it's not like people are going to be missing out much. If anyone even does watch this section of these streams. This feels like when I was grinding for levels in Crystal version. Well, no, not just Crystal version, in Gold version too. We're so close to getting done with Tyranitar. Here, I'll be right back again one more time. I'm back. Sorry about that. Sprig managed to scratch my hand a little bit when he was playing. It was bleeding a little bit, and I wanted to make sure to wash that. Okay. Yeah, Tyranitar is almost done. Shuckle's getting there. The Brav is going to be sticking around for a while. Missed the full decks. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to work on that once we get to Emerald. Doing our living dex completion. Part of me is actually starting to debate on if I do want to transfer everything from Gen 1 and 2, or if I want to try and legitimately catch everything again using the games that I have access to here. Because although you would be able to transfer everything from the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games through the 3DS to Gen 7, you wouldn't be able to do it to Gen 3. Oh, I meant in the newer games. Just like them only allowing certain Pokemon in newer. Oh, yeah. Pretty sure it's just to shoehorn home. Yeah, it definitely is. It's like, oh, you gotta keep home running because some Pokemon aren't available and they'll have to stay in home, and if you don't have your subscription, then they'll be trapped forever, even though they'll be trapped anyway. Yeah. We live in a society. I'm always home running, baby. I mean, I keep my home running. And I probably will until my passion for Pokemon truly dies. Or until I'm able to, like, keep them on some game, I don't know. What an ugly Pokemon. Fucking xenomorph head shape. Dubious, what's your favorite generation of Pokemon? Like, what's your favorite Pokemon game? We might get done with Quilava in just a single run. Heart Gold and Soul Silver were pretty good content-wise. I never played those. I look forward to getting to that point in Gen 4, though. I know Heart Gold and Soul Silver are popular for, like Ironmon challenges. Wish they kept follow Pokemon in later games. Yeah. I wish they kept any fucking feature. Like, imagine how crazy good Pokemon would be if they just kept every feature in future, games. At least the good ones, They don't have to keep everything, but keep the good shit that people like. But they don't want to. They wanna take it out. That way they can. It's like how fucking soda companies will have like a new soda flavor, but they'll have it be a limited time, and then they'll take it away, and then they'll bring it back later. They're like, "Oh, here's this thing that you loved so much from 2 years ago, limited only though." It's like the McRib. They want to bring back following Pokemon in future games. They're like, "Oh, here's following Pokemon. Remember that? Remember this feature you liked? Well, it's only back for a limited time." I wish Heart Gold Soul Silver wasn't in Gen 4's engine. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how Shuckle's like almost ready to be purified, and it's done nothing. It's just coming out of its Pokeball and going right back in. Hello, Metal Deer. Gen 4's engine, you say? Is this what I think it is? I think I've seen this. It is what I think it is. That's so fucking funny. Just takes 5 million years. God. You've literally fallen asleep while playing Diamond? It's crazy. I'm pretty sure I beat Diamond in a single playthrough. Oh my god. I like how Black and White's battle system looks. Oh yeah, Black and White is peak. Okay, I'm closing the video. That's Blissey resting all the way back up. Good lord. Yeah, I can't wait to get to Gen 5. That's gonna be awesome. Gen 5 is likely gonna be a long playthrough, but it's gonna be a fun playthrough. At least for me. I can say that in full confidence. Black and White 2, My Beloved. I never did the post game in Black and White 2, so I'm excited for that. Like, I started doing it, but then Gen 6 came out, and I was like, I'll move on to Gen 6. Maybe I'll come back to this, and I didn't. Until now. Which is unfortunate because it's literally the biggest post game. Yeah. I remember I wanted to get into the World Tournament. I definitely will in this series, though. Yeah, and unless a Pokemon game has a repeating extra segment like the contests in Ruby and Sapphire compared to the one in Emerald, I will be doing like all the side content in each Pokemon game. So I'll be doing like the funny TV show thing. I forget what it's called. The thing in Black and White. The studio. Pokemon studio thing. That'll be fun. I know it's got a lot of content though. But that's okay. I'm so sleepy, man. I might actually go to bed right after stream. I probably need to. I also want to play more of the spin-off games. Like Mystery Dungeon, Poke Park. If I can, I'll try to play them based on the generation they're in. Because once Bag and I get to the point where we can do our multi-battle ribbon together, if we're able to get that to work, then I won't have to worry about being on pace with Bag or being too far ahead or behind, you know? Because at that point, I don't think there'll be any more ribbons that require another actual human player. So we'll kind of just be able to do our own thing. Right? Come here. What? What? Tyranitar's so close, dude. Buh. How's your evening going, Peanut? What? It froze Quilava? Brother. Thank you, Grundle. Can you go into hyper mode while you're frozen? Ooh. Quilava is frozen solid. I forget if the mechanics for being frozen changed in Gen 3. Like, is Quilava going to be stuck like this until they're healed? It's sure looking that way. Funny freeze effect. Yeah, he looks so stupid. He's just stuck there. What if you got frozen? I'd die. Streamer? Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Skarmory keeps getting pissed off. If Skarmory gets frozen too, I swear. 20% thaw chance. Well, I'm rolling very poorly. I'm Canadian, it's fine actually. That's true. You're like naturally part ice type. And ice types can't be frozen, I don't think. Can he say that? There we go. This swine is such a problem. Miskel, what are your thoughts on Manectric as a dog Pokemon? And I'll follow that question up with another question. What are your thoughts on Mega Manectric? I wonder if they'll ever make a Mega Pikachu for the heck of it. I don't think so, because they can't make a Mega Pokemon of something that's not fully evolved, I don't think. Which kind of sucks for Mawile's case, because it means Mawile will never be able to evolve unless they retcon shit. I honestly think Manectric looks like shit, but I will be using one in my dog through. I was wondering, because you're doing a dog through. I think Manectric looks weird. I definitely don't like Mega Manectric. It looks, I don't know, it looks like a big plastic toy. Like, when I look at it, I think like McDonald's toy. Didn't stop them from giving Pikachu a unique Gigantamax thing. I mean, yeah, but they gave Meowth one too. You know, it wasn't exclusive to Pikachu. Still, I think it's still a while before I can get more dogs. Unfortunate. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Also, don't think I can get Mega Stones. Yeah. You got the funny Z crystals. That's right. That's when people started to realize that Game Freak doesn't care about keeping continuity with any of their features. They're like, here's cool Mega Stones. Oh, we're not gonna have them in the next game. Here's cool Z crystals. We're not gonna have them in the next game. I think I like Houndoom more than Arcanine, but I can't get it in Moon. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Houndoom is the cooler Pokemon of the two, I'd say. Z crystals weren't cool. Yeah, you're right. Making your character do a stupid pose is pretty cringe. I did like that it gave more utility with some moves that were otherwise garbage to use, like Splash, and I don't know, all the countless other status moves that got buffed from Z crystals. Most of the Z move names are horrible. Yeah, it was like borderline to the fucking Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu moves like Splishy Splash. Like Goo Goo Gaga, fucking Shake My Rattle and Bang My Spoon ass names. Be nice to Zippy Zap. No. No. Actually. Fucking flicks your forehead. It's like, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to be using cool Pokemon, I do not need to be consciously selecting the move Zippy Zap. Fuck off with that. He hates Twinkle Tackle. I do, actually. I hate Pulverizing Pancake. Well, your fucking Pikachu is who learns it, so it's not cool anyway. Yeah? Well, Pikachu was a lot cooler when it had Surf and Volt Tackle. Okay? Oh, God. I remember using Extreme Evo Boost and trying to run a very strong regular Eevee. Did they spell Agnes wrong? No. All the names in Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness are just like this. They are just like this. You get some names that are pretty normal, and then you get fucking whack-ass names like Angus. Is that Shuckle? It is. It's Shadow Shuckle. We're trying to purify it. Subject die, if I were to make an animation, like a cool little weapon unsheathing animation of one of your OCs, which one would you prefer? I probably won't get around to it for a while because I gotta animate Harper's ass for the foreseeable future, but once I'm done with that, I want to try doing some cool weapon and like spell casting animations to get me prepared for the inevitable D&D animation. Fighter swinging a sword? Okay. I'll hit you up for the reference for that later. The ref on my art fight page is 6 images. Oh yeah, it's true. I can just go to your art fight page for all your references. That is true. I will do that. Ay, caramba. Something I want to do as well when it comes to animation projects is I want to do a study of the animations used in Sonic Battle. Because I think Sonic Battle has some of the sickest, positive parentheses, sickest fighting animation sprites. And I would like to see how they animate every action for their characters and try to replicate that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Hey, we're done with Tyranitar. Let's fucking go. Is that the one that takes over your PC? What? What are you talking about? Sonic Battle? For the Game Boy Advance? Nano Dan. Funny Monkey, thank you. takes over your PC. Yeah, I'm definitely like falling asleep in my chair because I am like struggling to just navigate my fucking computer. Oh, need to do some jumping jacks or something. The one fan game where the person was all "Don't mess with my sprites." No, Sonic Battle is an official game. I played the shit out of it as a kid. I had all the cheat codes. It was awesome. Sir Ryu, can I get a screenshot of your Mabinagi inventory? And please don't change before you take the screenshot. Hello, Nanodan. Welcome in. Nanodan, if a greenie had to use a weapon, what type of weapon class would it be? Nice song, by the way. Thank you. This is part of the more video game crime jazz. This is Wolves Stole My Pills from The Simpsons Hit and Run. Those things are like leftover cells bacteria. They're defenseless. I think subjects wanting to draw like cool RPG like class art of your greenies. I don't know. Nano, if you were an RPG class, like just your OC, Nano Dan, the green gooner, what would it be? With bags open or what? You put them in your pocket and keep damp unless they shrivel and die. You store them in a jar full of pickle juice. That's what I do with my greenies. I think if a greenie grew large enough, you could shove weapons onto it and it'd stick out, I guess. Yeah, it'd be like a slime. Like a gelatinous cube covered in weapons that just kind of like deals damage by rolling into you, like a Katamari. Oh hell yeah, Quilava's gonna be done too. Once we yell at it. I dig this fella's Whisper and Skitty. You go, little dudes. Yeah, they are very cute. When's your Gen 3 mono normal playthrough? That's what I was thinking. I guess the greenie special weapon could be like a great hammer that turns into a spike club. Is this for your game you're working on, subject? Hell yeah. A lot of Pokemon are like 10% spawns, though. That's true. I mean, Whismer, you know, there's a whole fucking cave dedicated to it. And Skitty's not too bad. Zangoose isn't that bad either. Honestly, the worst spawn, the worst thing that I've had to catch so far in Gen 3 has been fucking Surskit. Surskit took me like 2 to 3 hours of running around in the swamp hunting one down. So I don't know. It's probably not that bad to get normal types in Gen 3. You can even get Slackoth. Apparently slacking is just like really fucking good for a playthrough of Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald because you just slap Hyper Beam on it and it just nukes everything that's not a ghost type. There's also Spindo, which is very easy to find. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there are any normal types that are too difficult. You even get cast form that's just handed to you. Why is Quilava still getting pissed off? It's like, why is Skarmory? Okay. This Whismur and fucking Skitty are unstoppable. We're stuck in the hyper mode loop. I should probably switch Quilava out so it doesn't get KO'd. Because I'm pretty sure their dark meter goes up a little bit if they get KO'd. I could be wrong. Yeah, Sin and Shuckle. I just yelled like I'm Tom and Jerry and smashed my cock and balls with a molten anvil. Oh. I stand corrected. I haven't hunted for Skitty yet for my living deck, so apologies. You're right. That's awful. That's like the only one though, right? If it's just Skitty, that wouldn't be too bad. You're a chatty fella. You could run around with a fucking Zigzagoon and a Talo hunting for Skitty for like an hour. I didn't know it was that bad either. I remember Mike Panutz was told as a kid that if you rest your Pokemon at a Poke Center, Nurse Joy could steal it off you, so he ended up saving every time he tried resting. That's fucked up. They're both pissed off. I wish I heard more bullshit Pokemon rumors as a kid. I heard a couple rumors. Well, one of them I found on the internet, which is, that's my own fault. I used to think that you could get a guaranteed shiny Zubat in Ruby and Sapphire in Victory Road, I think, or like one of the caves. That wasn't true at all. Obviously, the other one is a kid at my school told me that if you leveled up Sableye to 100, it would evolve into either Latias or Latios based on its gender. And the way he fucking gaslit me into believing that was if you look at Sableye's back sprite, it's got like a red and blue gem embedded in its back. He was like, oh yeah, I see the red gem, it's like those are representative of Latios and Latios. And I was a stupid child. It was like, wow. I didn't actually do it. Like, I worked on it a little bit, and I was like, man, this is stupid. This isn't in my fucking strategy guide. I hope you didn't try it. I mean, when I played, like, I had like 500 hours in Pokemon Ruby as a kid. I was like leveling up Pokemon to 100 anyway. Just fighting the Elite Four over and over because I didn't have anything else to do. And I didn't want to, like, the battle tower was too difficult for me. So I did try it a little bit, but, it didn't matter. You're a kid. You have fuck all to do with your free time. It didn't fucking matter. What else am I going to do? Eat rocks? Like, I don't think I had any other rumors though that I like believed or was told. Oh my god, Shuckle, please. Once we get 6 Pokemon primed and ready to be purified, we'll head back and purify them as well as check on our daycare Pokemon to see if we can swap them out. Jesus Christ. We might get Shuckle and Skarmory ready at this rate. Did you have any funny rumors, chat, that you believed in Pokemon? Such as the iconic and classic Mew under the truck? Oh, yeah, I guess another thing that I kind of just believed as a kid was whenever I would throw a Pokeball in Gen 3, because the Pokeballs would always like roll back and forth, I would always hold the A button down as well as press down on the D-pad to match the direction that the Pokeball is rotating. No, because nobody I knew in school cared about games. That's so bizarre. But I suppose it can happen. Not everyone in my school cared about games, but there was definitely a good portion of us that did. All right. Something of a rumor, but not Pokemon related. My brother told me that What Dry World had a lost city in the background, and I believed him because I saw the skybox. Huh. Wait. What Dry World? No. What Dry World does have a lost city in it. Not in the background, probably, but it... Yeah, no. In Mario 64, What Dry World is like the little city you can go to. That's kind of... He's kind of not lying. Like, did he mean, like, background as in the skybox? Because there's the whole pipe that you go through that has a little city in it. Interesting. There's like 2 stars down there, yeah. Spurbus, die! Punches your skeleton out. Let's look at Tyranitar real quick. It's not ready. I was fooled. Quilava's ready, though. I need a good dead emote. There's the Nanodan one. That one's pretty good. Oh wait, let me save my game. Yeah, that one. I love pairing emotes like that with little, like, hyperactive moving critter emotes like Soots, because it looks like flies. Swarming a carcass of something. That one's really good too, Metal Deer. It's so fucking funny. It is. There's it's great when you find like hilarious emote combinations that feature different VTubers emotes. Like something I've mentioned before that would be a fun idea. Like dance emotes are great. Don't get me wrong. Dance emotes are a hoot and a holler, but I think that something that I would like to see more that I want to make myself as well are music-related emotes where instead of dancing, it's an OC playing a musical instrument. That way you could like, if you had like several of them all together, you could have like a little band. Like, wouldn't that be awesome? You have like one VTuber like playing the guitar, somebody's on drums. I think that'd be badass. That's a good one. Taylor looks like it's got a whack-ass haircut. Isn't that just the Fortnite music thing now? What? Playing instruments? I don't play Fortnite. Although I did see that they're adding gorillas, like the band, like the musical gorillas to Fortnite. Which is pretty interesting. Still not gonna play it probably. It would take some stern convincing to get me to play Fortnite. Like, it would probably be like a one-off thing. I don't know. Where, like, friends invited me to it, and I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll try Fortnite out. Croconaw is funny. I like its weird, like, caveman poncho pattern. Is it called a poncho? I don't know what you would call that. I can appreciate Fork Knife through Doctagon or someone else I know enjoying it. That's how I feel with a lot of games. Like there's a lot of games that I don't think I would ever be able to get into myself. But if I'm like chilling in Discord and somebody I know is playing it and I'm watching them play it, like yeah, sure, I'll hang out and watch. You know, because at that point I'm not there for the game. I'm there to hang out with whoever's playing it, you know? It's like the equivalent of listening to somebody talk about something they're very passionate about that you don't have any passion for. It's the fact that it's a friend of yours who is interested in something and you like hearing them, or watching them in this case, indulge in something that they're passionate about. Like, yeah, sure. You didn't rock set at the Fortnite. I'm in. Wait a minute, they got pickaxes in Fort. Wait a minute. If Napkin could talk, I'd hear him talk about food all day. Sprig talks. Ain't that right, Sprig? He's sleeping on his chair next to me. Oh, it's so cute. Let me see if I can get a photo of it. Okay, I got the photo. One second. Discord. This is important. Add image. That's Sprig right now. Imagine he replied in clearly spoken English that exact moment. Yeah. That Domo cushion that you're seeing, by the way, I've had for like eons. Got it at Spencer's Gifts a long, long time ago, along with like a Domo backpack that I used to wear in high school. Sunkern is such a dumb little critter. It really is. Oh, man. Croconaw does not get nearly as much shadow progression as Quilava did upon switching in. Oh, it's little spiral eyes. Oh, look at that. Oh. Also, I noticed while I was getting that photo, Nana, what did you DM me? My fans are so creative. This is what I would look like as a cookie. Yum. Jackie Chan. Yeah. I need to commission the Colicus cookie cutters from Gene for Christmas this year. Thank you for reminding me. Is Tyranitar done yet? Nope. Almost. It's just got a little bit more hate left in its heart. I would grab Igglybuff and like pull it like a rubber band and send it flying. Is that fucked up to say? Don't answer that. Apparently I dropped 86 frames at some point. Very cool. Everything you say is a war crime. That's good. Keeping it on brand. It's so bouncy. It is. According to its Pokedex, if Igglybuff starts bouncing, it physically cannot stop. So it would essentially ricochet, getting faster and faster until it fucking went off into space. Terminal Montage did a very funny representation of that. Jigglypuff is real. I'd have such a massive cuteness aggression towards it. Dribble that fucking thing, yeah. Squeezing it like a stress ball. Fucking tossing it at the little wall-mounted basketball hoop that you have in your room. Tossing it into the small trash can next to your desk. It's dead. Get home from work, and I'd immediately start playing basketball by the driveway basketball hoop. Hell yeah. I used to have one of those. Sometimes the neighbors would come down and want to play at our basketball hoop. I used to play basketball a lot when I was younger. Not anything crazy, like not actual games or anything by any means, but mostly like playing horse. Which, if anyone's unfamiliar with the classic game of horse in basketball, it's basically you have one person, like you take turns. The first person tries to make a shot. They have to make a called shot, basically. And if it lands, then the person next to them, or like, the person who goes next, has to make the exact same shot from the same spot and everything. If they fuck up, then they get a letter added. So you get like an H. And if you spell out horse, then you lose. I completely forgot I used to play basketball a bunch until a few months ago. Yeah. My little brother was bigger into basketball than I was. He would like play actual basketball games with his friends. I didn't have any friends to play basketball with. I only played horse whenever like cousins would visit or something. I like basketball, but I never had any good upper body strength. What, you mean like for like dunking the ball? I never did dunks by any means, but I was pretty good at making shots. Sometimes I would impress classmates in gym class, but still. Throwing the ball, I see. Reaches for your arms and squeezes them off of you. Don't do that. What is this? Oh my good lord. This isn't the first time I've seen a Flood Gajinka. This is the same artist though, as I scroll down. What if the more filled up Flood Gajinka, like what if the more filled up her tank got, like the more, like the bigger the more anyway. Only learned a little bit of skateboarding. I remember going out with my friends to jump over staircases. That I could never. That's scary. I'd be worried about busting my head open. Yelled at this. Did someone else make that joke? Probably. I would be surprised if I was the only person to make that joke. What the fuck are you saying? He's cooking. I'm saying what if the Floodgajinka, what if the more water you filled in her tank, the bigger her boobs got? You know, that's a freebie for all you hyper boob perverts out there. He said boobs. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hey, Tyranitar's done. Is Shuckle done? Wait a minute. Hey, Shuckle's done. Just because I'm not into very large bazongas doesn't mean I can't I can't share a bit of creativity on the subject with folks who are. Okay, let's play a game, Cole. Okay. Do you like healer or do you like necromancer? Of your OCs? I'd have to look at them again. Where's Art Fight? That's not Art Fight. Did I close the Art Fight page? I think I did. Art Fight. Profile. Show me subject. View all. Let's look at healer. Okay. Very top heavy. Cute design though, I like it. Necromancer. Yeah, here's the thing. Chests this large, maybe it's because I have brain damage, maybe it's because I had a ladder dropped to my head when I was like 5. But they don't do anything for me. They do not fire off my neurons, It's a good character design. I like it. I like the hair. I like the face. But yeah. That's about it. Play a little game. His head in the reverse bear trap. I'm sorry, subject. I don't mean to disappoint. Listen, I'm not saying, it's not that I'm opposed, realistically, if anyone were to have romantic interest in me, and they had such a bust size, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be like, no, get away from me. It's just, I'm indifferent about it. There's a threshold of boobage that becomes comical. That is true. Now, when we... take for example Plum. That's too much. That makes me concerned. How do they? How much do they have to pay their chiropractor? I mean, good fucking God, Jesus Christ, fucking good Lord, holy shit, it's fine. Walking away sad with a pendulum. Listen, I enjoy your Plum emotes. I think she's got a very fun expression about her. But I'm just saying it just it just it gets to a point where it's too much. It's that's a really good emote. I love your yeah. See, that's fine. Like, listen, thin stacks are very funny. I mean that too. And listen, it makes total sense for subject to like plum. Like there's correlation. There's it makes sense how quickly you you two and Doctagon have like resonated with each other in such a short time span. It's all logical. Big boobs are great. They're comfy and easy to wear. Inconvenience is a charm point. I can see that. That it's like these are things that I haven't discussed in depth. Usually it's just like big booba funny, but it's like when you discuss nuances like inconvenience, like like somebody having to struggle with that and that being like a charm point of it. Like that I can get behind. That I can understand. It's like there might even be like a factor where it's like there's a bit of like embarrassment involved. It's like, oh, I hate having to get custom made T-shirts just to wear. Oh, jeez. There's like an entire Katawa shoujo about this. I see. Your scoliosis is a charm point. I mean, it might be. There are people that are, there's a flavor for everybody. I'm no exception, I'm a freak in my own right. I have things that I like that other people fucking curl their nose in disgust at and look the other way and divert all attention as to not. Anyway, I respect anyone's interests because I would want them to respect mine, As long as it doesn't actively harm anybody, including yourself, then have all the fun you want in that fantastic little brain of yours. I knew someone who had to get breast reduction because it was just that bad. I mean, I've talked about this before. My old roommate, the goth chick who had really big bazongas, she had back problems all the time. It was hell. Is that how you got your boobs? Yeah. I don't know. It's like you look at people who are like not able to get big bazongas and they feel bad about themselves. It's like, I don't know. It's like the size of someone's chest is hardly a factor to me. Interesting conversation topics to be grinding shadow Pokemon about. It's okay, I love flat bitches too. That's true, you do. That is very apparent in some of your OCs. I would say, if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely pick flat over the two, but I don't know. Either's fine. I love my alchemist and mage. Yeah, they're cute. Flat pitch is good. At least Crocodile is getting a good chunk from getting yelled at from going into hyper mode. Okay, Skarmory's almost done too. Dual classing and flat bitches and big bitches. Listen, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go into my interests. I'll have to save that for the Pixel streams. I feel like I typed bitches too much back there, so I'm sorry, women. Yeah, we love to respect women around here. I just kind of read your message without thinking about that, and I apologize. Speaking of big boobs, though. Oh. I have an OC that I was working on a while ago, but never finished the design of. Oh, she's cute. I like the twin tails. Very, very princess coded. Drills. Yep, she's a princess. I could tell by the crown. Of course Cole likes drills.
Drill!
It's true. Why does Trap Pinch vibrate so violently? Schnorf. What is this? Yo! What the hell? Why is her name Drilf? Miskel? What did you mean by that? Very cute, though. Draw me taking them on a date, please. Hell yeah, I love her. It's a very good design. What do you mean by that, Buster? Listen, I'm just reading the name and my brain's just putting two and two together, okay? I wasn't born yesterday, Buster. What else could it mean? I don't know, what other words end in ilf? I need to make a female blacksmith for my setting. Do you have any established mining characters in your setting? Draw her kissing me. Fucking takes out Lilith's shins with my sledgehammer. Too much text to make this a transparent image. What is this? Oh yeah, I saw this today. I shared it with Ren Botto because Ren Botto's a big fan of Jenny Wakeman. What? It's crazy that Skarmory is going to get a Mega, according to the leaks. Skarmory kind of deserves it. Coffee after work ain't always the best idea, gamers. I had coffee after work, and I don't know, like I'm tired, but I also feel a bit jittery. I had a nice iced latte that was dark chocolate and banana flavored. Delicious. Yeah, I don't have a name for my Princess OC yet. I was making her so I'd have a member of the South Royal family. I see. I was also feeling a nice latte today, mostly because I wanted something cold to drink. With how hot it's been, it makes sense. Hopefully Skarmory is ready to be purified after this battle. What kind of coffee did you have, Nano? Mosi Serena is the Princess of the North with light magic. So this one would have dark magic to be the counterpart. I see. Also, Serena's flat, so this one has big boobs. You're hot and you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. The brown sugar, brown and cinnamon. It sounds tasty. You ever have a brown sugar and peanut butter sandwich with a tall glass of Ovaltine? My grandmother used to make those for me when I was a wee lad. Probably not the healthiest meal. But when you're a child and you're watching, like, Saturday morning cartoons, that shit slaps. Sounds good, but I'd want milk to dunk the sandwich in. I'm a freak, I know. I mean, Ovaltine's basically milk. In fact, you mix Ovaltine in milk. It's just chocolate milk. The superior chocolate milk, mind you. Next to mixing Hershey's chocolate syrup in a glass of milk. That stuff's nice, too. Oh, yeah. If you've never had Ovaltine, next time you go to the store, if you're feeling a little adventurous, I recommend getting yourself a small jar of it. Or a small can, rather. And just put a spoonful in a nice tall glass of milk. And mix it up. Remember to drink your Ovaltine. Is that how the commercial went? I forget. No, that's A Christmas Story. Christmas Story is one of those Christmas movies that I don't remember well enough. Like I remember the very iconic bits, like the "Don't shoot your eye out, kid," and some bits and pieces. But I don't know, like as often as it played each year and still does, I don't really. I never really watched it that much. What was the channel that played it 24/7 for Christmas? I don't know. I forget. My very like nostalgic and iconic Christmas movies were always the like the claymation ones. What? No, was it claymation? It was like stop motion, you know, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Um, Mostly that one. I just remember the Land of Misfit Toys, and I thought it was so cool. There's the funny Yeti character. There's the prospector who's looking for silver and gold. Another tie-in to my obsession with rocks and mining. The funny elf who wanted to be a dentist. The Grinch is another classic one. Honestly, I might wrap up after I purify these Pokemon. Or like take them to get purified, you know? Oh man. Because I don't think I'll have enough time to get through another 10 battles. We're in another nice hyper mode loop. Yeah, Whismer's a cutie. I like Whismer's cute. Loudred, I am not a fan of. Like, it's okay. Exploud's kind of cool, but Whismer's definitely like the best design out of all three. It's fucked up little crosshair eyes grew on me. Yeah, they're like Chinchou, the water electric Gen 2 Pokemon. They got very similar eyes. I like its funny little like mouth too. It's like it's like it's trying to like store marshmallows in its cheeks or something. Croconaws ready now. That's nice. The mouth shape is also cute. Yeah, it's cute little ears and its little body, its little tail. It's kind of, when you think about it, the shape of the ore bunnies, at least like the old ones, are kind of like similar. I do used to be big on Chinchou. I know a lot of folks who didn't believe me whenever I said that Chinchou is like able to walk on land, like it's got feet. It looks like it's going, weh, yeah. Okay. Let's shift with Fortress. I actually had a shiny Whismur was one of my first shiny Pokemon when I was a kid. It was funny. My little brother actually encountered it because he like wanted to play my game and he just wanted to run around in the Whismur cave, and I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, brother, I found something, and it looks weird, and I'm like, what the hell? And I look over and I'm like, oh my god, and I caught it, but it's been lost because some asshole kid stole my copy of Ruby that had like 500 hours on it. All right. Don't stop yet. I'm drawing something. I'm not stopping yet. I'm just going to purify all these Pokemon. Oh wait, what am I doing? I should go ahead and get them ready here. So it's just you two who aren't ready yet. Hell yeah. This game reminds me of Skies of Arcadia. I've never played. Look at the trees in the background here. Better trees than in Sword and Shield. No. Maybe. I forget. Can Quilava evolve into the Hisuian Typhlosion if it's transferred all the way up? Is that a thing that can happen? Or does it have to be a Cyndaquil, like, born in Legends Arceus? Does anyone know? I don't know if you can transfer stuff into Arceus. I mean, I guess you must be able to. This thing's so egg. Well, yeah, because Legends Arceus is required for one of the ribbons for the Ribbon Master Challenge, so you have to be able to. It's like the fucking photo one. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to play Legends Arceus. Yeah, Tyranitar's gonna get a lot of levels. It was in my party for a while. Jesus Christ. Earthquake. Yes, please. Um. Hmm. Yes, you can evolve Quilava into the other Typhlosion if you transfer it all the way up. That'd be crazy. In fact, in Legends Arceus, you can evolve from level 100. Okay, interesting. Because in addition to purifying all these shadow Pokemon, any that are level 50 or below, I'm trying to not let them get above 50. Tyranitar is the only exception because you acquire it at level 55. And the reason is because in order to get as many ribbons as possible, one of the ribbons required early on is the level 50 Battle Tower ribbon in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So if I ever did want to be insane and do another Ribbon Master challenge or just get another Ribbon Master Pokemon, I would have that option because I would have all these Pokemon available. Okay, it looks like they don't gain any XP from the Mount Battle. Okay. Let's go check on our Miltank. Okay. Yeah, the Miltank's gaining decent progress. It should be ready by the time we're done purifying all of these. Only 12 shadow Pokemon left. Well, 13 technically. Mhm. How much more time do you need, Mystical? I like how she covers her ears while she's on the motorcycle. It's a nice little attention to detail. $3 minutes? Okay. I'm gonna need these berries. I'm not gonna worry about grinding for these until we get to that point in our Ribbon Master Challenge. Because we'll definitely be back here after we 100% the game. Quite a few useful TMs here. I think I want to try running a Focus Punch Spinda. Aww. Thank you, Mystical. Hot Rocco Latte. If you ever wanted to, like, make this a full-blown commission, I'd be down. It's pretty cute. Thank you, thank you. I'm definitely going to add this to the slideshow at least. Hell yeah. Cole in his high chair. Sitting in a high chair, big chair, my chair, sitting in a high chair, big my chair. Okay. I'll save one more time for good measure. Sprig, good morning. Okay. Let's look for a raid target, because I'm sleepy. Sorry, I sent it again. I forgot to draw one line for pans. Oh, that's fine. I'll save it again. But yeah, if you would be interested in making that a full commission, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind paying for it. Okay, show me Twitch. Who all is live? Smile. Smile. Ash is live. Let's see. Let's go through our list. Delphi's live. Asha's live. Giruti's live. A lot of folks. Is anyone playing Pokemon? Not really. I'll raid Asha. I don't raid Asha too often.
Oh, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to defeat the number 5
Man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Um, we got more Colosseum tomorrow. Let me do the raid message first. Raid message can be Asha with whatever emote you like. You can unlock Kolaku Stare for 80 channel points. Um, but yeah, more Colosseum tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be done purifying all the Pokemon, and we'll be able to move on to Fire Red next week. Of course, that'll be Mono Rock again, much like Blue version was. Getting to try out all the changes with Gen 3. Final Fantasy IV tomorrow and Friday. And more art Saturday. But yeah. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Take care, rather. Stay safe. Sprig says good night too. And I'll see you next time.